Hello and welcome back to the Beginner's Guide to Dota 2. Quick shout out to the guides on Reddit for being really helpful by giving feedback on the last video. This episode will be on heroes and their roles, as well as items. Quick shout out, if you haven't watched my first video already, I recommend you watch that first. Thanks and enjoy. So first of all, you need to know that every Dota team will be made of 5 heroes that will generally fit into 5 very specific roles. The carry, the mid laner, the off laner, the soft support and the hard support. This is even true for the likes of professional games. Here is a quick example of a very high level game that even includes some professional players. These 5 roles will go into one of the 3 lanes. The carry will generally go to what is called the safe lane, along with the hard support. The mid laner will go to the mid lane alone, and the off laner will go to the off lane, along with the soft support. But what does each role do? Let's have a quick look at some high level games. Here we can see the carry. Their role is to collect all the last hits they can out of their lane, as their hero will become much stronger with items. Here you can see the Faceless Void focusing entirely on the creeps in order to get the final hit on each creep. This is the mid laner. Like the carry, they want all the last hits out of their lane. However, they have to duel 1v1 versus the opposition's mid laner, which often increases intensity. Mid laners are generally just heroes that excel in this 1v1 duel. Due to their position on the map, they also visit other lanes to try and kill the opposition. This is called ganking. Next, we have the offlaner. Their job is to try and harass the opposition carry so they are unable to get the last hits they need. The offlaner should also be trying to get their own last hits while they do this. They are also often heroes that just like brawling and fighting a lot. These 2 roles, the carry, the mid laner and the offlaner, are known as the 3 cores. A core is just a hero that will try and get the last hits in their lane. The next 2 roles, however, are the supports, and they are only supposed to take last hits if their core cannot. Supports are generally very strong early in the game and do not benefit from items as much. The role of a support is just to secure the last hits for their respective core. They secure these last hits by pushing out the opposition laners, by harassing them with spells and attacks. I will go over the smaller specific details of each support later in another video, along with the different ways supports can gain gold. Remember, the hard support will generally help out the carry, and the soft support will generally help out the offlaner. Now we've talked a bit about the heroes, let's discuss items. Items come in many different forms and do many different things. When you start a game, you get given 600 gold, and how you spend this gold is very important. Health and mana are invaluable resources during the start of the game for all heroes. Due to this, items that provide health and mana often make up much of your starting items. If you find yourself without enough health and mana, you'll be easy prey for the opponent. Note, the fountain, which is the area you spawn in, will very quickly regenerate your health and mana. You can also buy more regeneration and any further items at any point, and use your courier to bring them to you. This is automatic and only takes 1 click, however it does take quite some time for the courier to reach you. Another side note, you may have noticed you have a level. This level will increase if you're around the enemy creeps as they die, and it will provide you with skill points to improve your abilities. This is very important to note, as if you find yourself out of lane, you will fall behind the level and thus find that your spells do less than the opponents. This fact emphasises the need to keep your health up, as if it falls too low, you may be killed and unable to get the experience points. Items can also give several other things to your hero. I will try and name them all for you. To start, it's important to look at your hero's stats. This can be done by hovering over the numbers next to your character's portrait. You can see 3 stats: strength, agility, and intelligence, as well as what they give you. You also have a primary attribute. All this means is that for each point in the stat, you will gain 1 damage to your ordinary attack. As you can see, there are lots of different things you can get to improve your hero. However, some of it can be confusing, so I'll help elaborate. Spell amp is just the percentage that your spell's damage will get increased by. Armor reduces physical damage, and the exact percentage of this can be seen in the physical damage reduction stat. Magic resist is just the percentage of damage that is blocked every time your hero is hit with magic damage. Status resistance is the percentage reduction of time any negative effect will have on you. So, if you get stunned by a 5-second stun while having 20% status resistance, you will only actually be stunned for 4 seconds. Other negative effects include slows, silence, disarms, etc. And finally, evasion is the chance that you will avoid damage from normal attacks. Actually deciding what items to buy can seem like a daunting feat, but never fear, some very nice chaps have made some item guides that you can follow in game. If you press the yellow buy button in the bottom right and then the browse guides button, you will be bombarded with a list of guides you can follow. These will also helpfully suggest what abilities to level and when you should level them. Note what role they are for and the average rating of the build. If you want a good guide, however, I would always suggest Tortellini's builds, as they give good tips and tricks for each of the items and abilities. These guides, however, should only be a suggestion. As you get more familiar with the game and its items, you should start to learn what items are better and when you should buy them. I will be making an advanced item decision guide in the future to help out with this. As for now, you should be starting to feel more confident in the game. In the future, I will be releasing an advanced guide for each of the roles, to really help you improve in the role you've chosen. Either way, thank you for listening, much appreciated. This has been the Divine Shoe. Hope to see you in the next video, guys.